Destiny reacts to Nick Shirley exposing $170 million of fraud in California. I don't even know that much about Nick Shirley other than the fact that he caused the Minnesota to happen and that his video was apparently and that there was no like lead up. 1 hour.
TikTok, we're coming for fraud in California. Yes, there will be more arrests. You can read about some of the cases we've already charged here. What, in relation to this video or totally unrelated to this video?
Is the sound of hospice money. Could you just answer the question, what's the need for a 1,000% increase in hospice care here inside of LA? Do you have the paperwork to enroll a little boy by the name of Joey?
You don't know what's going on?
Well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here in California. That there is $6,000 per beneficiary. Can you give us any explanation? Where can we open a hospice at? Get the Maybach just like you.
California may have the largest amount of fraud in the country, as California is the state with the highest taxes and collects more money than any other state in America. It is filled with fraud.
Wow.
California's version of Medicaid, called Medi-Cal, has more than doubled since 2022 from $108 billion to a proposed $222 billion in 2026. Their population, however, has not grown exponentially. However, their spending has. There has been 1,000% increase in hospice care in the Los Angeles County. In fact, 1 out of every 10 is filled with 120. Medicaid, called Medi-Cal, has more than doubled.
Okay.
I don't know how. I'm curious, why does Medi-Cal, because that's California's state-run, I don't know if you call it Medicare for All or whatever, but their state-run healthcare stuff. I wonder why they get so many federal funds. Like what the rationale is. I don't know how any of these things work, like what the funding mechanisms are.
Since
I was on Medi-Cal before transferring to cover California. I don't know what Steven means by this. Like why California receives California receives federal funding for Medi-Cal? Is that the question? I don't care what they say. You're objectively rigorous. Wait, what does objectively rigorous even mean? And your thinking is quite healthy. I don't know what is their problem. I think, I don't know, maybe my personality isn't for everyone.
2022 from $108 billion to a proposed $222 billion in 2026. Their population, however, has not grown exponentially.
What about the number of people enrolled in the program?
Objectively rigorous? Okay.
That'd be the more important thing, right?
However, their spending has. There has been 1,000% increase in hospice care in the Los Angeles County. In fact, 1 out of every $10 of home health care in America is spent in Los Angeles. On top of that, their government-funded daycare programs are filled with violations. While they continue to give money to these fraudsters, it is estimated that the fraud in California could be in the hundreds of billions of dollars. In this video, we'll be going face to face with these fraudsters, confronting them as they defraud the American taxpayer out of millions in.
That's how most state-run insurance works. State manages funds allotted by the ACA. Gotcha.
People try. I think.
What is this?
Wait, what? But where's the what does fraud even mean? Like what does fraud even mean? Right? Like, hello?
Why was I like this?
I think like Hutch has tried to have this conversation. There are certain areas where Destiny just like makes claims that are just wrong about the powers of the president, and these are like really big parts of his arguments for like how Trump is overstepping. And I also want to be clear, I'm not arguing Trump isn't overstepping. Trump is the biggest threat to our democracy, in my opinion, since Andrew Jackson, or maybe ever. Either since Andrew Jackson, which is a long time ago, that's the 1820s, or ever. So I think Trump is like trying to destroy the republic, and I think he will try to steal elections, like the midterms, just like he tried to steal the election in 2020. And I think Trump doesn't care about the law, but I think it can also be the case that you can enter this mindset where you think everything Trump does is illegal and you're just wrong. And if you just have that outlook, you're gonna not have the right solutions to some of these problems. I would argue like Destiny thinking that packing the court is a good idea comes from him having, in my opinion,
is this like a Hutch fan?
Kind of a radical view of the Supreme Court that comes from really 1 or 2 decisions that he chose to read without like looking at the other areas where the Supreme Court has actually been a pretty big barrier to Trump's agenda. And I don't think he's rationally looking at any of that right now. I think he's a bit radicalized.
Well, I mean, yeah. What is the?
Counterpoints. Wait, who? Oh, is this Kalinda? I think that's Kalinda. Okay.
I wish he would reference more what I say for the president that I think the president can do that's not actually true. Because most of my criticism for Trump is I feel like I've said a million times, I don't think there's actually that much illegal behavior going on in the administration. Like I don't think there's a law about like corrupt behavior or whatever. There might be like bribery or fraud or whatever things, but most of it is just like anti-democratic. Anti-liberal, attacking like our foundational ability to function as a government. I don't know if the president is doing a lot of illegal things.
Jackson did for people who are not Americans.
Andrew Jackson is by far our worst president. The worst thing he did, among all the things he did, was the Trail of Tears, which was a genocide of natives. There's really two.
Dude, it's ethnic cleansing, okay? It is like not letting them leave and then exterminating them. Ethnic cleansing is like, let them leave, and you're like, just please go elsewhere or I'm gonna kill you, right? Like, they're both bad, but you need to know the difference between the two. I don't like it when people use terms willy-nilly and they don't actually use terms the way that they mean. I hate it. I hate it when people do that. I don't think they were deliberately trying to like exterminate all the Native Americans. They just wanted all the Native Americans off their land, right? And that's ethnic cleansing, sure, but because they were there first.
Genocides in our history that we performed, the Trail of Tears is one, and the other is the California genocide, which happened in the 1850s in California by the state government of California, not by the federal government. The rest of the Indian Wars were characterized by ethnic cleansing, forced relocation. We moved Native tribes to different reservations. But with Andrew Jackson, it was essentially, in certain aspects, extermination. And the Supreme Court under the American Constitution. And
okay, I'm good.
I would not say so. I don't even agree with that. I don't even agree with that.
Based.
And billions of dollars as they live their lives in luxury, driving around luxurious cars that cost more than $100,000.
Damn.
That you actually paid for. Let's start first by going to these daycares filled with violations that still continue to receive money.
Okay, why is he so obsessed with daycares? This can't be like this is suspicious. Why is he so obsessed with daycares though? Why specifically okay.
From the government.
So this is the location of the daycare. It's in the middle of this shopping plaza. A lot of the buildings are closed down or boarded up, have been
Isn't the fact that it takes a year plus for the Supreme Court to finally get to cases reason enough to expand? Well, yeah, I think that the Supreme Court having more members, I like it for two big reasons, or three if you want to do an esoteric third one, but that'll never happen. The first is that I think we could get through more cases. I think that would be good if we had more justices, number one. And then number two, I like the idea of having term limits so that every president is guaranteed to appoint one or two justices during his term. I think it keeps things fair, and you're not playing this fucking lottery game of, is a president going to get 0 Supreme Court picks or 5? Like, that's just crazy given how powerful the Supreme Court is. The third one is it would be cool to see Supreme Court justices issuing or working on lower court decisions as well, like bringing back that concept. I don't know if that would ever come back again, but how can we get through more cases? Don't all justices need to read through all the cases? Oh no, I mean, theoretically you could have like only 5 or 9 justices appointed to some cases, depending on, I guess, the importance of the case or whatever. Like the clerks could figure that shit out, or they could figure that out somehow.
Feedied, and then you also have just a big dumpster right here with all this garbage, and then the daycare is right there. We're gonna go in right now.
We actually have a homeless person there too. Did you see that?
Uh-oh. There's actually somebody sleeping here right now. Hello?
Oh my god, dude. Nick Shirley is so disgusting, dude. Can you just like please like leave? Can people just please leave homeless people alone? Hold on. This chair needs an extra pillow. Oh, there you go. Like what? Foodshops community? Are you in the Discord server? Come with us. Be here with us. Back issues are no, it's not back issues. Okay, it's because the camera can't like view my thigh. That's why. Okay, when the chair is too low, the camera doesn't catch my thigh. Okay, what else can I say?
You all right? Yeah. And so there is a homeless man who's sleeping right next to the daycare. He's sleeping right here, and the daycare is right there. This does not look like a place where you'd want to bring your child, and it does not look suitable and set the code to be a place where children are enrolled. So this does not look like a place where you'd want to bring your child, and it does not look suitable and set the code.
And set to code?
Okay, wow. Maybe we shouldn't have removed the Department of Education.
Code? What part of the code? What city building? Or electricity? What are they violating? What code?
To be a place where children are enrolled. So they do have some children here. How many do they usually say they have, or what's the story with the children?
The last few visits from the state have said that they have 39 enrolled.
Dude, why? It's so fucking weird. Why? Can you stop, like, Republican white guy tracking down little children? Like, what?
And right now we're seeing about 5 children.
Yes.
What?
They are enrolling right now, it says.
Does nobody understand that when you have a daycare, did nobody explain this to him? They did, he just doesn't care. That just because you have a child enrolled doesn't mean he's always there 24/7. I wonder what day of the week they're on here too. Like, you could have a totally different set of kids on Saturday, Sunday than you would during the weekday.
I can totally understand why Gavin Newsom would want to paint this guy as like a pedo now. Wait, what the fuck? Like this obsession with daycares is so fucking weird. Like what the fuck are you doing here, bro?
And you might have people throughout the day, like at different hours. Like you could have 50 kids enrolled in a daycare center, and at some points in time only have like a few kids at the daycare. Like it depends on the hours. It depends on who's enrolled for what. Well, I don't even know why I'm explaining this. This is
Why are you trying to explain this?
retarded. Obviously true.
Why are you trying to explain this?
Medina Learning Center is now enrolling, so let's see if little Joey can leer a little bit here at
Leer.
Medina. Do you have the
Leer.
paperwork to enroll a little boy by the name of Joey? Yes, we'd like to enroll little Joey into daycare.
They have as their back
Speaks in Somali. Wait, are they back in? This is California, right? Are they just? It's Somalis everywhere. Oh shit. Oh shit. They're all Somalis.
backup facility, the UMI Learning Center, and the UMI Learning Center was convicted in federal court in 2024 of having 150 ghost kids. So I want to find out what the affiliation is and why this facility is listed as the backup.
Okay.
Yeah, can I get the paperwork to enroll a child?
Yes, I can.
Great.
What do you think about daycares being used for fraudulent businesses to receive money from the government to say they're enrolling 39 children, 89 children, and...
What? Dude, someone call CPS. Someone call the cops. I don't know, call someone, okay? Like, this is so weird.
For millions of dollars be going towards these facilities. What do you think about that as you do work in a daycare?
No, it does happen. I've seen it like elsewhere. I've seen it. I've been listening to the news. So it does happen. Time to time.
Thank you.
The card that they gave us, this is the...
I don't know why I hate that I even have to explain this. Like, if you wanted to do real investigative journalism, you could do what he's doing, but you would
This is his second video? Yeah, because his first video was such a hit, so he's gonna make a second video now, right? Grifting.
contact them to try to enroll a child if you want. I don't know if it'd be ethical, but you.
And so then what he does is that he starts, because obviously everybody hates California, right? So he's going to start at the conclusion and he's going to work his way backwards to find all the different disconnected facts in order to get to his conclusion, right? Oh, well, there's a bunch of kids that are missing from this daycare, right? Oh, it says that you register 50 kids, but I only see 10 kids. Well, that just seems to me that you have 40 kids that are non-existent. That to me is fraud because you are asking money from the state for 50 kids, but I only see 10 kids. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, because different kids are there on different days, right? During different hours. It's probably in total, it really is 50 kids, right? Like,
literally get a friend's kid to try to bring him down or whatever. Like, if you wanted to, you could actually go through all of this.
Yes.
I don't think you're ever going to be able to enroll a child in a daycare by showing up with cameras and security and microphones saying, I want to enroll my kid at the front door right now. Like, I don't think any of these places work that way. Would be my guess. You probably call or go to a website or there's some intake that you do. Or you set up like a meeting, you do a phone call and you set up a meeting first.
Licensee,
Hi.
the person
Hello.
who owns it.
And that's so far been the only
we can probably call this just racist propaganda straight up. I mean, isn't Nick Shirley the same person who was like inside of India's poop festival or some shit?
thing they've been able to give
Or
us
is that a
as to
different
how
person?
to enroll a child.
Like, did you try calling the number or going to the webpage?
And then in the back corner of this parking lot appears to be the playground. Here's a bunch of garbage, and then right here appears to be the playground. Some strange things are happening outside this day.
Okay, why are you a grown man looking into children's playgrounds and looking for kids? Like, do you realize how you look right now? You're like a weird grown white man being weird as shit, okay? Looking around and looking for kids, all right? And asking like the staff members about the kids there. Okay, like, do you know how you look right now? Like, do you have any semblance of self-awareness or object permanence?
Care. Whether or not it's fraudulent, there is a lot of suspicious activity
Like-
taking
What is the suspicious activity?
place. This right here is Hayden Sarah Family Childcare. This is a daycare right here. Apparently they have 14 children enrolled. Tell us
Bro, dude, he's literally like P. Diddy and Epstein's child, okay? He's like, where the kids at?
It's a little bit more about this daycare right here. We're in the middle of the hills.
I also love that he gets to market himself as a quote-unquote independent journalist, but he always has all these people that are like local government operatives that are coming along with him, or have gotten information from local Republican government operatives. Like for the Nick Shirley thing in Minnesota, there were statements made by Republicans publicly that they had like given him lists of stuff to go and look into. I wish I could remember I think it was a state assembly person, but they literally said that they give him stuff to look into. It's not.
Oh, that's actually disgusting. Jesus Christ. See, this is why the Democrats are not doing enough. The Republicans are literally putting out hit lists. Like,
this guy's not out here on his own as his own like independent fucking journalist reporter.
That's insane.
Dude. Here in San Diego.
So, according to state records, when inspectors arrived here, there were 14 kids enrolled, but 0 present. And then this place was also cited for having missing children's records and also not having a facility roster.
It's kind of weird that there's this daycare in the middle of a neighborhood.
It's kind of weird that there is a okay, maybe we should watch this video. Maybe we should watch this. It's weird that they have a daycare in the middle of the neighborhood. Excuse me? Isn't that where daycare should be? Isn't that where daycare should be? Not a lot of old conservatives watch YouTube. Who is this for? I mean, it's for people like Asmongold and younger conservatives. But I'm guessing that this makes its way to mainstream news.
Well, it looks like a home daycare, right? This is what my mom ran. It's just going to be a normal ass house where you can bring kids and you have to get licensed by the state.
Like I don't. So stupid.
Hello.
I was naked, okay?
No, you weren't.
I can sue you. I was like, I wasn't dressed up. I'm Muslim.
Either way, can we enroll a child into the daycare?
I like how they cut here. It sounds like they were either banging on the door or shouting at her or something was happening because she's giving an excuse for why it either took her so long or why she didn't answer immediately. I like how they just cut that out.
Facility roster.
It's kind of weird that there's this daycare in the middle of a neighborhood.
Hello.
I was naked, okay?
No, you weren't.
I can sue you. I was like.
Also, why is he saying no? You weren't. Was he looking inside?
I wasn't.
Yeah, what a weird bro. I don't even know what to say.
Either way, can we enroll a child into the daycare?
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what's
I don't know what to
going
say.
Well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California.
All right.
It says there's 14 children enrolled here.
Deserved.
You don't care.
I do care.
True.
Then where
True.
are the children?
You don't care.
Where are the children at?
It's not enough. Minnesota, you come here.
True.
Where are the children at?
Oh, she even recognizes it.
Where are the children at, ma'am? All right, so what she's doing is she's making a video right now. She's gonna send it out all to the
Where are the children? Really?
all the other daycares. But at the end of the day, enrolled for 14 children, no children here, and this is from the state of California. We're not targeting Somalian population. We're just.
If I show up at 2 a.m., okay, to a daycare, and there's no children there, okay, do I say that they're committing fraud when they actually have 50 children enlisted there? If I show up to a random daycare that is supposed to be for 200 children, okay, and there's no children there at 2 a.m., do I then say that it's almost as if the time and the day matters, right? Especially with 14 kids. 14 kids is like tiny compared with other daycares.
Going after daycares, and it just so happens to be that all the daycares, they are Somalian so far. Where are the children at, ma'am? 14 children. Would you like to make a statement as to where the children are?
You don't care where is my children are.
Ma'am, we would not be here if we weren't asking you.
You don't care. You don't care.
What do you mean we don't care? This is why we're here.
Care. And don't record me. You don't care.
This is why we're here, to ask about these
Don't ask
daycares.
me who you are. Who you are.
My name's Nick Shirley. You already know that.
Shirley, I know, but you a trouble man.
How are we making trouble? You're causing trouble.
Let me call 911.
We just want to know where the children are.
No, I'm calling 911.
For what?
To you.
For what?
You come to my house.
We haven't done anything.
I don't know.
The problem with these daycares is that they receive money
Dude, this guy's not a real person. He's not a real person, bro.
through a program called
We haven't even established any fraudulent activity yet. He's just showing up at places that are like imagine going to a McDonald's and it's like, you have 20 employees. And it's like, yes, why are there only 4 people here right now? Like, what am I supposed to say to that?
called CalWorks, but as you see, there are no children actually there. These fraudsters are simply enrolling children on paper to receive government subsidies.
How can you even say that? This is such a low IQ media. I don't even know what you would call this. This is like the lowest IQ slop vibe shit. Oh my God. And I like how he got Somalians or Somali so he can connect it to his Minnesota work as well. Base.
Nice.
Even after the state visits these daycares and confirms there are no children actually there, the government and the state continue to give these daycares money. Now it's
tabloid shit. No, it's not even tabloid. It's worse than tabloid. Like tabloid stuff usually chooses incendiary.
I went up to a random house, harassed the person there, and now they're gonna call the cops on me. Evidence of fraud, baby.
Inflammatory, extraterrestrial, like crazy.
Also, I still can't believe he just shouted, like, where are the children at? What the fuck?
Or they'll focus on like celebrity slop gossip stuff.
What?
But like usually this is not generally within the purview of tabloid slop. Usually, or at least not the tabloid stuff that I've usually read.
Wow.
Is doing like deep dive investigative journalistic stuff and then being completely wrong about all of it.
Let's go to another daycare.
Once again, we have another daycare, but this daycare is right here inside of this home. And let's see if there's any children here. They do say they have 7 enrolled.
Like
Republicans be like, okay, we want to protect the kids. And then this guy, okay, is like, where are the kids at?
Do you think he's evil? This person? Yes. Or he's so negligent that it would be on the borderline of evil, yeah. Like, I don't think people realize, but a lot of these weird hit pieces have consequences for people. Like a lot of those, like there were, well, Alex Preddy and Renee Good arguably died because of a directly causally linked chain from this guy's shit videos to getting the whole country riled up over Minnesota, to ICE being deployed there, to, you know, eventually 2 U.S. citizens are murdered by ICE and then they're whisked out of the state and then Minnesota's to protest to get them to leave. Right? Like that's like a direct causal chain. It's not even abstracted at all. After Taylor Lorenz's slot piece against Chorus, I'm pretty sure there were congressional subpoenas and stuff issued to Chorus because they were investigating off of her slot pieces, you know? And I'm sure this guy's trying to get some kind of entry point into California for ICE or some federal agents. Or I mean, you saw that prosecutor guy we saw earlier, U.S. attorney was tweeting about this video. Like there are real consequences to these slot pieces. And it's just the lowest IQ shit imaginable.
Yeah.
The state has said that there is 0 when they arrive. Is this Habubu Family Child Care? Yeah, we were wondering if we could enroll a child into the daycare here.
We know you. You need to get up from here because there is trespassing. You see the sign we have trespassing?
And can I speak with somebody on the sidewalk? We'd just like to speak with somebody. Yes, sir.
Hide the sign, please.
Yes, we're right here. Can we talk to you really quick, sir?
Talk to you. Fuck you. What are you
Can I come talk to you, please?
Like, I can't believe I'm about to say a good thing. Oh fuck, that didn't.
I'm so glad that that instead of helping him out, they're like keeping him out. They're trying to like tell him to get the fuck away. Okay, good for them. Okay, good for them. All right, that's good energy right there. Okay.
About Project Veritas, but when Project Veritas tries to do bullshit reporting on people, their undercover stuff is at least like believable, such that you know they're trying to like do like they're trying to trick people into saying dumb bad shit or whatever. They're making like an honest effort. I remember when, let's see, Project Veritas, Washington Post, fake victim. I think it was over the Kavanaugh stuff. Yeah, it was this. Oh no, it might have been. It was from Roy Moore. Project Veritas tried to sell a fake story to WAPO, and unfortunately for them, the lady actually fact-checked her story. But the Project Veritas people were like, "Oh, I bet WAPO doesn't do any fact-checking. We're going to go and sell them a fake story," and it obviously didn't work because when they fact-checked it, everything just didn't really clear. But like you can tell, like Project Veritas is trying to do like an undercover thing. You know, it's like it's a lady. She made a call to this reporter, and she showed up, and she wanted to have a conversation about her story and all this. She's not showing up outside the Washington Post offices with like 5 security guys, 2 people with cameras, some weirdo Nancy Mace lookalike next to me, and then me with my autistic Leering Center shirt screaming at people through doors. Like at least they're trying to put together some kind of like slop shit. This is like low IQ slop shit. Like he's not even fucking trying.
What do you mean we don't care? This is why we're here.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it. Idiocracy.
And don't record me. You don't care.
This is why we're here to ask about these dates. Can I speak with some child? Again, we have another.
I mean, they're right. He doesn't care. He doesn't actually care, right? Where's the lie? I'm looking for the lie, but I can't find it. All I see is the truth.
Daycare, but this daycare is right here inside of this home. And let's see if there's any children here. They do.
Okay, from now on, every single time he does something like this,
say they have 7 enrolled. The state has said that there is 0 when they arrive. Is this Habubu Family Child Care? Yeah, we were wondering if we could enroll a child into the daycare here.
We know you. You need to get up from here because there is trespassing. You see the sign we have trespassing?
And can I speak with somebody on the sidewalk? We just like to speak with somebody. Yes, sir.
Hide the sign, please.
Yes, we're right here. Can we talk to you really quick, sir?
Talk to you. Fuck you. What are you talking
Can I come talk to you, please? All right, so right now the current situation is we have some people yelling through the Ring doorbell cam. A man came out, started yelling, and then we also have this car recording us as well. But we just want to ask for some clarification for the American people.
4 different visits. The state inspectors have shown up. There's kids enrolled anywhere from 7 kids and up, and every single time the state has showed up, 0.
0 children.
That's the state of California.
We're just asking for some clarification. They won't even answer any of our questions.
So essentially, a house just like this is receiving money from government subsidies.
A house just like that? What do you think a daycare house looks like? Like, is it a special, does it have... The lady that is with him is an anti-vaxxer, campaigned to reopen San Diego during COVID, and created California Doge. Also, she ran for public office. Is it Amy for San Diego?
What it's like to a ride along with Nick Shirley in one of his viral videos. Well, I was part of his crew when he was here in California, and I'm going to tell you all about it in my exclusive article with IW Features today.
Okay.
The music. Gay.
Queen.
Without actually running a daycare. Meanwhile, they get money from the government as they run their fake daycares. And now let's go to another one.
I like it. We've gone through like 3 or 4 days.
Wait, hold on. But the daycares actually had kids in them. What do you mean by fake daycares? Like, they literally had kids. Are you saying like there's like a family and they just gave birth to like 9 kids? Like, hello?
Daycares, we haven't established.
Nick Shirley out here being a real American hero by exposing Labubu family child care, and you're laughing? I'm laughing because he's just going around the neighborhood and saying where the kids at, and like this random white guy in the middle of a Somalian neighborhood, okay, walking around and then yelling out in public where the kids at. If that is not funny, I don't know what is.
Established any fraud or anything fake. We haven't established anything yet. This is just like the fucking Minnesota one. We've established nothing. Nothing has happened.
That's even more concerning as kids are left all alone.
Now we're at the Jama Shukri Family Childcare. This place is not in a shopping plaza. It's not anywhere near any place that looks like a place where a daycare would be.
What do you mean? A daycare found in a neighborhood? Isn't that where daycare should be? Where the kids are at? Shouldn't daycares be where families are? Are you stupid?
What is that?
Like, if a daycare was in the middle of nowhere and it would take too long for any kid to reach it, then I mean, yeah, like that seems like kind of weird, kind of bizarre place to open a daycare. But like, this is in the middle of a neighborhood. Like, it's in the middle of a neighborhood.
Mean? It's not near a shopping plaza, and it's not near any place where a daycare would be. God. What does that mean? Where do daycare centers go?
In fact, it's actually in one of these apartments right here. So they're able to have daycares inside apartment buildings?
Yes, so I've come across many of these. Some of these are on the third story of an apartment complex. It's only 1 bedroom, and yet the capacity is for 8 kids.
We just arrived at the daycare. We have 2 kids out here. I don't know if they're members of the daycare. There's no one, there's no oversight right here. Okay. Can we talk to your teacher? Is your teacher there? So this is the first child we've ever encountered at one of these daycares. There's 2 kids out here right now, and we're going to see if we can talk to the
licensee. It is, according to this paperwork, Shukri Jama.
Can we talk to the adult?
He's not here.
Not here?
Yeah.
So you guys all by yourself?
Stay away from these kids, you fucking weirdo creep. Like, stay away from these kids, you fucking weirdo. Also, if I'm the one telling you this, there is something wrong with this world, okay? If I'm the one telling you this, there is something wrong with the way that you're conducting things, okay?
No one's here.
Fucking freaky ass ninja.
No one is not here.
Okay, so you guys are all by yourself?
Okay. I can see by myself.
Yeah, okay, that's...
I wonder if this is legal. Are you allowed to interview kids without the parents?
Dylan, thank you so much for tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. You know what? Good question. In California, can you interview kids without parents consent. Oh, yes, they can, but it's for child safety. No, wait, no. The people who can interview a kid are police and CPS, which makes sense. And at school. Okay, never mind. It's only police and CPS. Okay.
Parents signing off on it? I wonder if you're even allowed to do this. Like you're filming kids on private property, doing interviews of them, and then posting on the internet later?
Concerning. No one's watching those children, and they're all by themselves.
My heart is breaking right now. I can't. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and what makes you so emotional as a mother seeing that?
Like, do we even know if those were daycare kids? We don't know anything about those kids at all. We have no clue if they're daycare kids or if they're if mom and dad are there. Or we have no idea at all. But okay, based.
Kids are just out by themselves.
Seeing the kids all by themselves. It's supposed to be a licensed daycare, and there's no adult anywhere. What is going on?
The crazy
the theater acting.
Thing is, California allocates $6 billion to childcare and daycare facilities just like these, and there are over 39,000 facilities in the state. The California Department of Social Services even found an error rate of over 1.6% in their own audits. And to be very conservative, it is safe to say there's upwards of $100 million in fraud lost each and every single year. And now let's head over to
Wait, did he say to be conservative? Is that translation for he just made that number the fuck up? Wait.
Facilities in the state. The California Department of Social Services even found an error rate of over 1.6% in their own audits. And
what does error rate mean? That it was fraud? Is that what error rate means?
And to be very conservative, it is safe to say there's upwards of $100 million in fraud lost each and every
Oh, you can tell it's real because of the ka-ching sound.
every single year. And now let's head over to where there's so much fraud, you're going to lose your mind. Let's head over to Van Nuys, where there's home health care and hospice fraud literally everywhere.
Dude, Steven's right. He's not even trying. Like, he's not even trying on the commentary. Like,
the people are retarded.
I agree.
With the fraud here, California ranks the highest.
Cursed Turkey Tom? Why does he never... Wait, did I miss it? Did he ever introduce who that last lady was? Why doesn't he ever introduce the guests on his, like, investigative journalistic pieces? Isn't that kind of important for us to know?
Where there is home health care and hospice fraud literally everywhere.
With the fraud here, California ranks the highest for Medicare, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, whatever you want to call it. They spend the most amount of money.
Same shit. It's all the same shit.
Per state. And here in LA, 1 out of every $10 that goes towards home health care in the United States goes to a business here in LA. Right now we're in Van Nuys. This location has tons of hospice centers, home health care centers, and right now we are going to Gardens of Angels Hospice. They build 4.8...
Like, wouldn't we know, or should we know, where do you get this list from? How are you getting a list of places to visit? Who's giving you this information? Why are you going to these particular places?
$8 million per beneficiary. They charged $5,807 with 28.6 claims per patient and only 2 codes, which means 2 services were provided. And inside of the same location, there's also...
Wait, is this about for 2? Is a code here referring to like a medical crash? Like when you need a crash cart? Is that what the codes are? Or is that not? Or is it referring to something else? I have no idea. Billing, or is it billing codes? Total billed 4.8 million, risk tier critical, fraud indicators, $5,807 per beneficiary, 28.6 claims per patient, and only 2 codes, 819 patients. I think they're ICD
I think I'm losing brain cells.
codes. What is, I don't know why I'm even asking this. What is this? Like, what is he reading off of? Does anybody have a link to it?
$4.8 million per beneficiary. They charged $5,807 with 28.6 claims per patient and only 2 codes, which means 2 services were provided. And inside of the same location, there's also Blossom Hospice, and they received $3.4 million with $6,000 per beneficiary at $927 per claim and only 1 code, which means they only provided 1 service. And it looks like there's about 15 more hospice centers inside this one plaza we're going to right now. We have all the information with us. In some of these places, it doesn't even look like they've been registered with the CMS.
What does CMS even mean? NPI registry detail.
That's probably like some kind of state registry for, what does CMS CERT stand for? In the context of Medicare, CMS CERT stands for the Comprehensive Error Rate Testing Program. Wait, what? This program reviews a random sample of claims to measure the accuracy of fee-for-service payments, identifying errors rather than fraud. What? That doesn't mean anything! Function reviews documentation to ensure claims meet Medicare coverage, coding, and billing rules. If requested, like, this seems to be like a random test to people to see whether or not, like, somebody meets the requirement for like Medicare or for one of these things. What the fuck? Who cares? Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. Fuck me, dude.
A national provider identifier is a free public. Okay. Okay, individuals need to apply for NIP or NPIs through the CMS National Plan and Provider Enumeration System. For Medicare and Medicaid services, CMS to improve, CMS makes periodic updates to the NPPES system to help make it easier for a better overall experience. Here are some of the latest feature improvements. Okay.
So that's when they got audited? Gotcha.
Does this just mean that if you're not registered with CMS, maybe they just don't do Medicare or Medicaid? The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, provided an important document that helps clearly identify many factors surrounding national provider identifiers. I don't know. Okay.
Which is the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. 7 of the...
And they seem to be like randomly selected, right? Like the CMS certified thing, like they seem to be randomly selected, right? Like if what Google AI is saying is true, like
I like how he's like reading off like he's discovering what his document is about. Does he have any idea what any of this even means or what it is?
All the information with us. In some of these places, it doesn't even look like they've been registered with the CMS, which is the...
Yeah, I mean, Nick Shirley comes off, Nick Shirley just kind of comes off as someone who's like, I didn't contribute anything to the group project, but it's presentation day and I have to pretend like I know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to read off of the slideshow, right? Doesn't he?
Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. 7 of the 4 entities have 0 SMS data, possibly shell...
Asmiko is farting clapping about this. Asmiko is so happy about this, he came a little bit in his pants, okay?
Registrations, shell companies. And it's rumored that these are Armenian Russian gangs, Armenian Russian mafia. So we're going to go in there and we're just going to ask him.
Armenian Russian...
Wait, what? Is he just making fan fiction now? What?
Mafia. Okay, let's go.
What's the need for all this hospice? So is there that many people dying here in LA where they need to be spending millions and millions of dollars on this hospice care?
Wow.
All right, right now we're looking for a Garden of Angels.
My guess is hospice care is probably some of the more expensive medical care. Or actually maybe not, because maybe you're not doing crazy operations or whatever at that point. But I feel like all, I feel like I heard this, I'm repeating this with low confidence, that all like post-care stuff is one of the things that's driving up the cost of especially old people medical stuff so much that once you leave the hospital, the care that you get afterwards is some of the more expensive things that are driving up the healthcare consumption, especially for older population. I don't know what I guess hospice costs would be for keeping people alive and everything.
Angels Hospice. All these buildings are all hospice.
Elderly care is the biggest and fastest expanding field in U.S. medicine, especially Medicare. Yeah, that's why my mom essentially signed up for nurse training. She's doing this because she's like, yeah, I don't feel like doing programming anymore.
Centers. Let's see if we can find Garden of Angels. This is the Angels of Haven Hospice Care. We have Angels of Valley Hospice. Hello, how are you? Good. We were looking for...
Okay, but this looks like, again, this looks like an office space. Like, is this where they actually do hospice? Like, do they have the actual patients here, or is this just like the offices, the managerial buildings? Are we going to run this meme again?
End of life care. Man.
For Guardian of Angels Hospice, but this one will probably do Angels of Valley Hospice. We were wondering if we could get some information to check our grandma into hospice.
Your grandma?
Yeah.
Which hospice is she enrolled?
We would love to maybe see if it's possible to get her in here to Angels of Valley.
We have to get a hospital referral. Yeah.
Hospital referral. Okay, how many people do you guys have?
Oh, they don't know about Nick Shirley. Oh my god. Somebody warned them, okay? Hopefully, like, a future version of her travels back into the past to warn her, like, this fucking freak is coming. Holy shit.
You guys?
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Oh, okay.
Where are you guys from?
Where am I from? I'm from here. We're just looking for a spot for our grandma.
Yeah, no, we're doing
We only do referrals from hospital.
Okay.
We don't just walk in and take
Yeah, because we're seeing, like, we got guard.
Also, like, they look like the sussiest motherfuckers ever, okay? Like, they have a microphone on the shirt. People are coming, like, they have, like a camera probably also somewhere on the shirt. And there's, like, a crew around. Like, it probably looks like the most sus fucking, like, why the fuck would you ever, like, entertain these people?
Of Angel.
Crazy, huh?
Blossom Hospice here. Okay, well, we'll keep looking for Guardian of Angels then.
For hospice, don't they send someone to the home directly? I think you can do in-home hospice, but I think generally there's another place that, like, ordinary hospice happens at a hospice center. A hospice house? I don't know what the fuck you'd call it. But people are at hospice. I don't think you normally do it in-house. I don't think. Can we check? Percentage of hospice in-house versus facility. Oh, just kidding. Never mind. It's the opposite. Approximately 66% of hospice patients receive care in a home setting, and then 34% are served in a facility setting. All right. Never mind. Most people do it in home then.
Yeah, I don't know about
So they say they only take it from hospitals, which could be a valid response. Let's go see.
Do you not know? What? Okay.
If we can find Guardian of Angels. This place is just filled with hospice centers and home health care centers. You have one right here, 7-star home health care. And then up here, you have Miracle Healing Hospice. So this hospice location, Miracle Healing Hospice.
Okay. Why would you call yourself Miracle Healing Hospice when hospice is what you put dying people on? That seems a little bit oxymoronic, no? Isn't that kind of a stupid name for hospice care? But that's like, get better hospice.
I mean, like, well, that's the thing. A lot of these names will be like that, okay? Like, I'm sorry, like, yeah.
In 2023, they charged $1.3 million And per beneficiary, it was $32,000 for 38 beneficiaries. Per beneficiary, that comes out to $32,930. Hospice. So this hospice location, Miracle Healing Hospice, in 2023, they charged $1.3 million. And per beneficiary, it was $32,000 for 38 beneficiaries. Per beneficiary, that comes out to $32,935.
Wait, what is he saying? Am I not following this? What the fuck is he saying? Hold on.
And then up here, you have Miracle Healing Hospice. So this hospice location, Miracle Healing Hospice, in 2023, they charged $1.3 million.
Charged to who? Who the fuck knows? But and for what? Who knows?
And per beneficiary, it was $32,000.
What was per beneficiary? That's how much they charged per beneficiary, or?
For 38 beneficiaries. Per beneficiary, that comes out to $32,935.
That's the number you just said. Is that, were you supposed to multiply them all, or?
See if grandma could check herself into this one. I'm just trying to be a good grandson.
Do people check themselves into hospice? Hospice, I understand hospice is a place you go where basically you're dying, right? And they're trying to like ease your end of life pain and suffering. I don't know if you walk up to hospice care and say, can you please enroll me? I'm ready to die now. Can you morphine me out until I'm gone? What? Does anybody knock on a door? I need hospice for my grandma. She's dying. You probably, hold on. Do you always, or wait, do you need a referral from doctor for hospice? The AI thing said, you do not need a doctor's referral to initiate or explore hospice care. A family member patients themselves can contact a hospice provider directly for an evaluation. However, to officially qualify, a doctor must certify the patient has a terminal illness with a life expectancy of 6 months or less. Okay, that makes sense.
At the hospice for specific area and specialties like elder care or cancer care, you need different care. Oh, I see. But that could be possible.
Because I don't think you can just put people in a place to die.
Because I know for Kaiser, you have to be like referred to everything. There's like a proper procedure for literally everything.
I guess hospices have like drugs and shit that they're authorized to disperse. I don't know if you have to grab like, I don't know how inside these. I feel like my grandma was in hospice for a bit and then she died.
We knock on the door, no one's coming. We look inside the window.
When a life-limiting, incurable illness no longer responds to treatment, or when treatment severely diminishes the patient's quality of life, and the patient or their proxy has elected not to pursue further treatment, some consider hospice care. Entering hospice early, with weeks or months of life remaining, rather than waiting until death is imminent, gives both the patient and family.
My brother was referred to hospice? Oh, okay, I see. I hope he's comfortable. I'm sorry.
The caregivers time to take advantage of the many benefits hospice provides. In general, there are two ways to initiate care. You can request a hospice referral from a physician who's been treating the patient, or you can make a self-referral by contacting a hospice provider directly. In either case, the hospice provider must determine whether the patient is eligible to enroll in hospice care. Federal rules require that patients have a life expectancy of 6 months or less. If their condition runs its expected course, hospice care can be extended indefinitely as long as the patient continues to meet eligibility requirements. Maybe some hospice places have doctors that can make those determinations, I guess.
Empty building. In 2023,
Wait. Hospice doesn't mean you're going to die. I had a cousin in hospice 3 separate times before he passed from recurring brain cancer. Essentially, hospice gives you the good drugs. You can't just go in hospice, you need a referral. Well, but I think the general trend is like hospice is like you've given up on trying to cure a thing.
Kaiser doesn't have any long-term home health care. They refer out and don't pay for it. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not cool. But good thing I'm not like in that condition yet.
I think in general,
if I was in that condition, I would probably switch my insurance to a PPO.
General hospice is like you're on the way to dying, right? Is the understanding? But also, so we're...
I thought I'm about to finish E33, but just entered Act 3, and somehow I avoided all the spoilers so far. Well, you know, I'm probably not going to spoil any of it this stream, okay? But you should probably keep it spoiler-free and safe, okay?
This thing of Nick Shirley going to, like, a plaza with a bunch of office buildings here, and then assuming that the offices also have the entire businesses that they are...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is another fucking retarded fucking, like, this is the most retarded shit ever, dude. He's, like, going to the offices, and he's like, where are the old people at? Where are the children at? Where are the old people at? He's like, no, motherfucker, like, that is the fucking office.
Doing office work for. So, like, if there was an office here for Walmart, he would walk in and say, where can I buy some milk?
We're knocking the door, no one's coming. We look inside the window. Empty building. In 2023, this place received...
Some days, they're closed. You realize that, right? I bet that this is the only day that you check. I bet that this is the only day that you check. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, some days are closed. Like, what did you...
$1.3 million.
Piece of furniture.
But that's in 2023. That was 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Maybe they've closed down since then? Like, what are we proving here?
So stupid, dude.
Nothing.
Insane.
Hospice fraud counter, 1.3 million. What is this saying about what happened in 2023? What?
Insane.
Okay, well, since we can't go to Miracle...
Dude, this is like the most low effort. Oh my god. This is literally like, this is Republican rage slop, dude. This is Republican rage slop, okay? The most, like, these people are having like a fucking vacation in California, okay? That's what they're having, okay? They're having a vacation in California and they're like, dude, wouldn't it be so cool if we like, I don't know, like,
showed that pretended that there was like fraud here and went around these different offices while going to my favorite eating places.
Well, let's see if we can get SX Home Health. It says they're open Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Do you think they put all this, the sticky things or the tape things, do you think they put that up before filming here?
It's a miracle. Let's see if we can get SX Home Health. It says they're open Monday through Friday.
From 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.?
From 9:30 a.m. to 5.
Open Monday through Friday. Okay, all right.
5:30 p.m.
It's getting really hard to find grandma the healthcare she needs these days.
It really is, isn't it?
Like,
God, you sound so.
like this must hit.
Dude, forgive me, okay? Stumbling, forgive me, okay? I'm gonna say it. You sound like you have Down syndrome, okay? Okay, that's the one time I'm gonna say it, okay?
Hard if you're fucking retarded.
We got SX Home Healthcare. They're not open, so it's all right because you can go to Alpha Omega.
Oh my God.
Ventana Hospice Inc.
Not only are these shell companies, these are shell buildings.
Shell companies? The management offices are now shell companies?
It's like somebody took a motel building and turned it into 100 fraudulent organizations. I don't know.
Like, this is another episode of Nick Shirley has never been to a plaza with a bunch of registered offices before. Like,
got a nice Mercedes down there. 3 nice Mercedes down there. 3 Teslas.
Well, I mean, this isn't even surprising, but the worst part of this is probably the fact that Nick Shirley thinks of this as like his audience probably has never okay. The conservative boomers watching this on Fox News probably have been in this place before or like been in a place like this before, and they understand why this is retarded, or they should understand why this is retarded, but they're still falling for it. That's the most infuriating part, is that in terms of MAGA, they probably had to put their moms or their brothers or their sisters or their family members or their grandmothers in hospice themselves, all right? So they understand why some of these places are empty. They understand why, sometimes it's vacated or something, blah, 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 right? So, but then they see something like this and they're like, oh my God, see, it's fraud. It's fraud. It's fraud, because of their cognitive dissonance. Like, that is the most infuriating part. I'm not surprised that like a fucking, like what he looks like a fucking, I'm not surprised that this like 24-year-old, okay, or 23-year-old, I don't know, is like going around and he doesn't know how any of this works. I'm not surprised he doesn't know how any of this works, okay? I'm not surprised, okay? The issue is that your audience, the audience that's watching this, is delusional. But yeah, Nick Shirley, literally a child stalker. Yeah, he's no different from being a child stalker, right? Like, I think it's a completely accurate thing to paint this guy as a child stalker, because what is he doing? Like, going around neighborhoods and like asking where the children are. Like, what a fucking weirdo, dude. Like, yeah.
Like
oh, that's some good Sharpie.
Illegitimate car lot. Like, are they selling a car right now?
Grandma's not going to Alpha and Omega, so maybe she can go to Serene Touch Home Healthcare. It says they're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's 1 p.m. right now. Let's see if they're hiring. Perfect.
On what day? Does he say? Did we get an indicator? Where's our sun guessers? Can we get a time and a day for this?
Serene Touch Home Healthcare. It says they're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's 1 p.m. right now. Let's see if they're hiring. Perfect. This one's open.
Like how they knock on the open door. Okay.
Hello.
And once again, it was completely empty and nobody was there. We went to the next door because it was another hospice.
Here we have another location. We got St. Michelle, HHCI, Home Healthcare Inc. Hello. No one's here. Hello?
Why are these doors all open? Hospice fraud counter, 17.3 million. How is this all fraud? We know that it's fraud based. Okay.
Hello, sir.
How can I help you?
Yes. Well, we were originally looking for some hospice for our grandma, and then it turns out that all these locations are hospice and home healthcare locations. And a lot of these.
Looking for hospice for who?
Grandma.
For Dr. Oz?
Yeah, for Dr. Oz.
Yeah?
Yeah, for our grandma.
Yeah,
It'd be,
grandma?
All these guys know this motherfucker.
It'd be pretty good.
Dr. Oz to take his grandma and go to the other buildings and find the hospice. You know, this is stupid. You can record me.
Why can't I record you?
You cannot.
Oh, okay. Well, we were looking for Guardian of Angels.
Well, did you see any Guardian of Angels on the doors?
He's like, this is my opportunity to troll them, okay? I love men, okay? See, a woman can't do that. I'm joking. Okay? But like, I love how he's like, I'm gonna go up to them and troll.
Nope, but they received and billed $4.8 million.
Well, it's their problem.
But we do have yours, actually. Yeah, yours is a KMD, right?
Yes.
So we do have yours.
Okay.
And a lot of these,
how many millions did I need?
we don't have your official number because it wasn't posted on the CMS website or on their data set.
And you're from where?
My name's Nick Shirley. They actually made like all this information in the data.
Also, people don't always take lunch at 12 to 1. Yeah, sometimes it's 1 to 2 because they know that people are going to come in during their work, during lunch hours. Because some businesses are like, oh, well, we know that some people come off of work and they're going to quickly try to come in when they're taking their lunch break to run errands. So we're going to leave our doors open from 12 to 1, and then we're going to take our lunch break from 1 to 2, right? Pharmacies do this, just so many different offices do this, right?
Public for everyone to see what was going on in our country because so much corruption's happening.
Yes.
But it doesn't look like we could find any of your information from the CMS data set, but we do have you here. So is that concerning that your information wasn't reported to the CMS?
What information?
To the CMS data set as far as the billing and how much money you guys receive from Medicare and Medicaid?
First, you have to research.
Oh, that's what we have right here.
No. It's a piece of paper.
Oh, well, we went through all the data sets.
If you want to learn, I'll teach you how to get after the crooked people.
Okay, help us. We'd love for you to help us.
First, you have to research. Like you said the name, and you have a number, right?
Yes.
Then you come to my office. It's a brand new office. And you don't come to a building like this, like FBI guys. Oh, we're going to get the crooks.
Okay, well, can you tell us, for instance...
I fucking love this guy.
Miracle over there.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the miracle.
Well,
I like how this guy is even offering to walk him through some of the fucking low IQ shit that he's doing.
You should, because they're...
Why not?
You should, because they're making people like you who have a real business, apparently, getting a bad rap. You realize that, right? For instance, they received $1.3 million. They're a shell company. There's nothing in there. It's completely empty, and they received $1.3 million. You should care.
What do you mean?
If you're in this industry, I'd be pissed if someone was stealing money, making me look bad if they were in my industry.
But they don't look me bad because I'm not bad. You have anything against my agency? Let's go.
Well, we were asking.
Put my hands and...
We were just asking you questions, sir. Like, how come Miracle Healing Hospice right there, they received...
Why would you record this? Why would you even put this in your video? You look so stupid right now. You look so stupid. Dude, why would you even put this in your video? You look like a retard, okay? Like, you literally look like a retard. Like, okay, this is embarrassing. Meanwhile, MAGA is probably watching this and clapping their hands like seals. Hospice is set up by the hospital or doctor. You don't walk in the office and book it. This idiot has no clue how it works. Of course he doesn't. He's barely trying. Like, he's going around the neighborhood yelling, where the kids at?
Received $32,000 per beneficiary, yet their billing's completely empty.
I don't...
Call the FBI, Department of Justice.
I'm just doing my job as a citizen to show people what's happening here in our country, because we're all paying a lot of money in taxes, and it turns out a lot of it's just going towards fraud.
Well, I'm very happy you're going to catch the fraud people, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
But it doesn't look like bad. It doesn't make me bad, because some people are doing bad stuff.
Yeah, so what's the need for a 1,000% increase in hospice here?
Oh my God, 17.3 million current fraud
LA,
counter
in California.
Is that up from the last one we looked at?
You're asking me?
Yeah, because you're in the industry, so we figured might as well ask you. Like, you obviously found it was a good business to start. You just started yours, right?
I started my business in 1997.
Okay, great. So how come you're seeing such an increase in hospice care here?
Maybe I don't know if everybody likes the business. What could I say? I do this from 1997.
Good for you. And so, since you've been in the industry for so long, why do you think we're seeing a 1,000% increase in hospice care here inside of LA in California?
I cannot answer that question because
looks like they're all running out of here. Everyone's heading out.
Wow, you don't say. Surely people want to... First of all, okay? No one is moving because of you, okay? No one is moving because of you, all right? You got no motion. Okay, you're not famous, little bro, okay? Oh, okay, you are famous, but not in that kind of way, all right? You're like a creep. You're like a predator, okay? You're like a creep. You're like a predator, all right? You're going around the neighborhood asking where the old people and the children at. You don't think people don't want to talk to you, or people don't want to, people don't want to interact with you, and your shit-eating grin and your fucking lethargic, retarded way of speaking that clearly indicates that you have a room temperature IQ and you're missing a few chromosomes? Yeah.
We just gotta answer some questions, and why can't...
Who's running out?
What? Look at all the people scattering out of here. They're all here just a minute ago.
Are they like screaming? Are they like sprinting? Are they running? Are they like, is a bunch of people like dashing?
Strange, there's
2 cars
80 people connected.
Oh, sorry, that was my DoorDash driver. They must have just dropped off my lunch.
Like, what am I supposed to?
To one of these dormant motel rooms with no furniture, and they are, getting $30,000 per person. It's millions of dollars.
Does he think that the hospice care is being delivered in all of? Is that like? I wish somebody was asking that question. Do you think that people come here and then they all stay here to receive hospice?
We come and knock on the door. It's an abandoned shell company.
I don't say it's right, and I don't care
This is like Nick Shirley struggling to comprehend.
about those people.
Could you just answer the question, what's the need for a 1,000% increase?
Dude, this old guy is having the time of his life, okay? He's like, never in so long have I seen something so dastardly.
In hospice care here inside of LA, inside of California. You're in the industry, sir. You've known it. You know it better than me.
You're asking me? No, I don't.
You've been in it since 1997. You said.
Yeah, but I don't.
So what's the need for an increase?
Maybe there is a lot of old people already. I don't know what to say.
A lot of old people are dying.
You listen to Dr. Oz.
Yeah, it's, wow, hospice is receiving more funding. It's almost as if there are more old people here in the world than ever before because nutrition, healthcare are all getting better on average over time, right? Oh, this is a Yahoo from Twitch. Why are you attacking his appearance and way of speaking instead of attacking his argument? Because he attacks his own argument. Because this guy right here is already mocking Nick. There's nothing left for me to attack, okay? Except for his appearance and the way that he talks, okay? He's retarded. I'm sorry. Like, what else am I, like, you're asking me to contend with a fact, okay? How am I supposed to do that? I can't deny the truth. Also, feel free to come in. If you disagree with me, discord.gg/foodshops. Come in here and debate me. Come on. I'm sure you're going to present lots of great points that I'm sure we would love to hear about. Okay? Otherwise, no balls. Okay? Also, you're gay.
Let me tell you like this.
He's a good doctor.
He's a fraud. He said
king! Absolute fucking king! King shit!
Medication online. One of them, it's me. I bought.
Well, his information comes straight from the federal government, so I trust his more than.
Oh my god. Except literally not, but okay.
Let me finish it. I bought his pills. I gained weight.
Well, you still look like you're pretty heavy, sir.
You look healthy to me.
That's what he.
Because of Dr. Oz.
Oh, you're fat because of Dr. Oz?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sure.
Sir, how are you doing? This guy doesn't think there's any fraud going on.
That's not what he said, but
First
okay.
of all, not this guy. You have to respect me.
What's your name?
Doesn't matter.
All right, well, this guy with no name. Well, you don't think there's any fraud?
Name. What's your name?
My name's Nick Shirley.
My name is John Boyagin.
Okay, great.
There is a lot of fraud going on, but it's not me. I don't give a who does what.
Yeah, we never said you were committing the fraud,
Well,
sir. We're doing.
I'm here. I'm here, right?
So
I'm standing next to you.
Do you know where Guardian of Angels Hospice is? No idea. Oh, Angels of Peace. Cool. Hello. Well, can we just ask you guys some questions? We might be able to get you some business. Are you the head honcho here or what?
No, you're the head honcho. Get out of from here. Give me my
Wait,
phone.
I thought you don't know who these people were, though.
Give me my phone.
Alrighty. Light of Angels.
Come here.
Oh, oh, I'm running. Look at him. What?
Come here.
I'm right here. I'm right here, sir.
I'm here.
What's going on?
Call 911.
For what?
Call 911.
For what? Sir, we're just asking questions, and if you want to answer them, you can answer them.
Call 911.
We're just looking for Guardian of Angels Hospice.
We're trying to check
you're American citizens.
Look.
There's absolutely no way he's putting this in the video, right? There's no shot Nick Shirley is like, this looks good, right? Okay. Dude, see, the thing is that MAGA probably thinks that this looks good. Okay?
We're looking for Guardian of Angels.
You're American citizens, right?
Of course, are you?
Do you see any Guardian of Angels in here?
Not yet, we're looking.
Get out of here.
That's what
What does that say? Fix up, repair?
we're looking for, sir.
There's like 100 doors, this is just one door.
Okay, get out of here then.
What's your problem with us asking people about simple questions about where our tax dollars are going?
I don't.
We're asking questions about where our taxes are going.
You're not asking, you're harassing people.
How are we harassing people?
You can't be two guys standing in here as a guardians and you're harassing people.
Yeah, because people want to kill me for exposing fraud here in the United States.
Why do they want to kill you?
Fraudsters don't like being exposed.
Huh?
Why are you raising your voice if you have nothing to hide?
You think I'm hiding?
What are you so scared about me coming around here for?
I'm not scared. I'm telling you, don't harass
You're shaking.
people.
Why are you shaking?
Because I have a diabetes.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
But so.
I need your full names.
Oh, you want my full name? It's on the internet.
No, I don't go to internet.
Oh, great. You have diabetes.
I'm too old.
Oh, okay.
What's your full names?
Sir, we're just asking you questions about.
What's your full names?
Oh, we just want hospice.
They told you the Guardian of Angels in this building?
It's right here.
Go look for it, bro. You see
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And you're getting mad at us.
No, you're going to all the doors.
We can't find it.
So
are all
where's my grandma gonna go, man? They're taking in millions of dollars. I can't find the place. You know?
Well, what can I say?
Okay, well, thank you, sir. Have a good day. So here in this parking lot, you do have some nice cars. You got a Tesla.
That's my California, okay? That's my California, all right? That's my state. These are my people.
Mercedes. You got another Tesla, a nice Lexus, another.
My people will let them know they are not welcome here, okay?
Tesla, a really nice Mercedes right here as well. Another Tesla.
We're like 52 electoral votes, okay? Or is it 54? I forgot now.
Audi. Really nice cars.
A lot of Teslas.
A lot of really nice cars for
hospice.
Usually must be very lucrative because a lot of these businesses, these doors right here have nothing on them. All the blinds are turned out. In places like miracle up there. They have received $1.3 million, yet there's absolutely nothing inside.
God, you look so fucking goofy standing there in the parking lot pretending like you've won. You're like, I didn't get owned, I didn't get owned. As I run down the stairs, clutching my fucking shirt, okay? Going like, guys, okay, let's just record a segment here. I didn't get owned. I didn't get owned. Ugh.
This is what you call welfare maxing. And Rise, you come out, you're
like, imagine how retarded this is. Like, you come out and you film this fucking video and it's going to be millions and millions of views and everybody's going to be sucking you off for your hard-hitting investigative journalism. And this is like, just like the most retarded thing ever.
We're walking by two nice BMWs, one right here, and inside of there, you have a whole plethora of Mercedes, Teslas, BMWs, you name it.
25.3 million.
Name it. But apparently, there's nothing fishy
Did he like factor in the Teslas or some shit?
going on according to them.
We then headed to the next hospice compound in search of Hospice of Caring Hearts, which billed $2.5 million. However, when we arrived, it was nowhere to be found, but there was a bunch of new hospices that had popped up.
So this is how crazy this hospice fraud is here
crazy.
inside of California.
Okay, I'm just curious for anybody here. I'll link this in chat. Is there any like, can you see a cell phone or a clock or like a calendar thing on like a sign on the street or anything that says the day? I'm really curious if they went out here on a Saturday or Sunday. If there's any way that you can tell, I'm just so curious about that. That would be really funny.
California, you have all these businesses. They literally open up a business. They just put HFS Hospice Care Inc. They don't do anything with the storefront, and then you have another one.
They should have trespassed him. Yeah, but the problem is that I don't think he trespassed. Like he is like, you could get him on like maybe harassing businesses. I don't know, but like I feel like trespassing. Like if you're in front of the office door and you're not like walking in, I don't know if you can do that. If you're walking into a private area, then yeah, you can trap him. You can definitely like maybe trespass him. Maybe, okay.
Right here, Relief Home Healthcare. Absolutely empty inside, and then you have another one, SKH. Home healthcare. They're just popping up everywhere. So this isn't some random thing that's happening here inside of California and Los
You're just pulling these out of a hat, aren't you? You're like some magician. You're like,
Angeles in this Van Nuys area. Quite literally, we've been to 2 locations so far, and they're just popping up.
Am I retarded, or has Nick literally never in his life heard of the concept of a management office? No, he didn't know in the first video either, though. The one he made in Minnesota, he had.
Honestly surprised Nick isn't checking out pediatric hospices and asking about the kids again. Wait, pediatric hospices? Like hospice care for kids? Like the kids are dying of old age or of what is it that you mean by that?
No concept of like a management office.
These home health care, these hospice centers, and they're not even doing anything to try and hide what they're doing. It's 1 p.m. right now.
What day? Like, I feel like it's really sus that he never says the day of the week. Like, if it was on a weekday, why wouldn't he just say it's Monday at 1 p.m.? Why does he keep saying it's 1 p.m.?
No one's working the front desk inside this location as well.
Also, why are these doors all fucking open?
You have absolutely nobody inside it. We're just wondering, we're coming through Van Nuys, how come there's so many of these home health care, these hospices that are popping up everywhere?
I have no idea.
What made you want to start yours?
This isn't mine, I just work here.
Okay, and how come you think there's such a sudden rise of all these hospices and home health cares?
I have no idea, honestly.
Pretty lucrative business, or?
I wouldn't say like that's that crazy.
Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know.
The same building, but now in the back.
Like, he's like, I don't know, like giving like, and then Nick Shirley's like, ooh, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. This is not that surprising. You know, there's a lot of old people. I don't know, man. Ooh.
Sign, you have Canestro Care Hospice Inc., Studio Care Hospice Inc., El Primero Home Health Care right there, and
whoa, 50.98 million.
To take a break from the hospice and everything, you can come right up here and get some sort of massage.
And this building right here is a perfect example of a dilapidated building that is now being used for a hospice, home health care, and adult daycare.
And this is the crazy thing that appears to be happening here in California. You can just start your own hospice. You have Advent Hospice right here.
Okay.
If you want to start your own home health care, you can just put up a.
Well, I feel like Nick Shirley is like only checking out these daycares because he himself is like a child and he's like retarded. And he's like, where can I stay during the day when my parents are off working? Okay.
White piece of paper and stick a logo onto it and say that's your home healthcare company. If you want to start an adult daycare, you can just get a building like this and receive money from the government. That's the crazy thing is inside this one building, you have an adult day healthcare, you have a hospice, and then you have a home healthcare center operating all in one location.
Wow.
And why are tax dollars going towards all of these buildings? And they're
good question.
Quite literally
Up the
everywhere.
number. Up the number.
Everyone should be a bit suspicious about what's happening.
Come on.
Inside of these parking lots too, you'll always find a super nice BMW, Mercedes,
my Sharpies
newest
that I like
Audis. you always find the nicest
like these
cars outside.
These are just stores. They could just be like customers visiting the stores. I don't know what this is supposed to prove.
Healthcare.
Like rich people in LA? What?
Hospice centers.
We headed to the next suspicious hospice location, and what do we find?
A brand new Mercedes.
Holy
Everywhere we
shit.
go in this video, going around these hospice and home healthcare centers, there is a nice Mercedes or BMW. We have...
Like, how did they even get in here? What, did the gate look closed? Maybe it opens? Hold on.
Healthcare and hospice centers.
We headed
Oh, no, this is open at the street here. Never mind. It
to
looked
the
like
next
this is
suspicious
part of it.
hospice
Okay.
location, and what do we find?
A brand new Mercedes. Everywhere we go in this video, going around these hospice and home healthcare centers, there is a nice Mercedes or BMW. We have all-day hospice care.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. This is so stupid.
Health Elect Care. You have EM Hospice, Lacar Home Health, and even back here,
Up the fraud
this is just
number.
one floor inside this building.
Up the fraud
you have
number.
Santa Rita Hospice. I don't know what the need is for all these hospice centers, but for instance, All Day Hospice back there, they billed $3.1 million. And per beneficiary, that was $6,000, 24 claims per patient with only 2 codes, which means 2 services and over 500 patients. And they started billing in April 2023 and accumulated 3.1.
Like, what is this risk tier critical? Is this just like a activist site or something? Or does the government actually have risk tiers for fraud indicators that they publicly publish?
$1 million in 19 months. So maybe if you want to get rich here inside the United States, come to LA, open up a hospice, because there's 1,000% increase in hospices.
At 12:34, you can see a big fat clock in one of the offices that they were in.
This one will probably do Angels of Valley Hospice. We were wondering
Well, I'm looking
if we
for
can get some information
if it's possible to see like a day of the week anywhere. Is this
check
like
our
a
gram.
calendar thing up there? I don't think it is.
on to hospice.
Sometimes people have like note cards that you would rip off like every time it's a new day.
Dude, you know what they need to do? You know what they need to do? They need to find the same people working at these offices and ask them what day of the week it is, okay? It would be absolutely hilarious if they went there on like a Saturday or a Sunday, specifically a Sunday, because a lot of places are still open on Saturdays, so he's going to be looking for a Sunday.
For like desk calendars. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how young you guys are.
Yeah.
Which hospice is she enrolled?
We would love to maybe see if it's possible to get her in here to Angels of Valley.
Also, what the fuck is this desk? Does he just have a phone here? There's no computer? Oh, maybe a laptop he brings in? Oh yeah, she's got a laptop. Why is the video in 240p? Good question.
Hospital referral. Okay, how many people do you guys have with you guys?
It's irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Did that whiteboard say February 22nd? Yeah, but I don't know if that's like the current
Okay, how many?
day or something for...
Jarvis, enhance.
Like this looks like you have to do something by February 22nd. Something by Feb 22nd.
People do you guys
There's a clock on the wall. Does the clock have the date on it? Stop. You're a bunch of Nick Shirleys.
KH Home Health. If you're looking for a massage. Okay, yeah, we just want to make sure. Do you want anything to clarify? If you want to clarify anything? No. Okay. For this video, we really do want to give each and every single person the opportunity to answer just quite literally the facts. All this information is coming straight from the public databases. And if they refuse to answer simple questions about business
Oh, we're up to 68.1 million? Don't know how, but we're there.
they're operating, I think that says a lot about what's going on behind the scenes. Now we are here outside of Healthy Life Adult Daycare. This place, over the past few years, has billed $19.8 million.
Oh, nice.
Now let's go see if I can
Holly Marcus sweater.
enroll
Nice
my grandma,
brand
because she needs some daycare.
advertising.
And this right here
This was brought to you by Polymarket.
is the entrance of a building that's received over $19 million.
Crazy.
So this is the location that's received over $19 million. Kind of crazy, right? They say that right here, right now we're at 130. No adults are here. I would doubt that adults do come, but $19 million.
Oh, we got the Polymarket sweater and everything.
North Korea, it's like everything's set up, but there's no people. It's like for show.
It's to fool the government.
Nobody's here already. You have to come back tomorrow.
And can we get like a brochure to enroll our grandma into this location?
No one is here today. You need to come back tomorrow. So a Sunday. Was I right?
I don't have anything.
Oh, we got the Polymarket sweater and everything.
North Korea, it's like everything's set up, but there's no people. It's like for show.
It's to fool the government.
Nobody's here already. You have to come back tomorrow.
And can we get like a brochure to enroll our grandma into this location?
I don't have anything.
Can anyone give us a brochure?
Oh shit, is that a calendar on the wall? She said nobody's here, you have to come back tomorrow. Could it be a Saturday or Sunday?
Angela, does somebody don't have anything?
And can
Because it'll probably be Sunday because the day after that is Monday, right? Which was a more active day.
we get like a brochure
Do you think this is a calendar right here on the wall?
to enroll our grandma into this location?
I don't have anything.
Can anyone give us a brochure?
Do you think he blurs us out intentionally?
Angela, does somebody has information about here?
Get closer.
I don't think it's enough to say fraudulent because you do see that it is operating. There were people working inside there.
Oh, thank you. But for the other ones, definitely, you could definitely say the other ones were fraudulent. We just don't know for this one. Okay, base.
But the fact that there's just business like these popping around everywhere, and this is what they look like outside.
Yeah, is this
Wait, but I want to know like what day this is. Like
uploaded on YouTube with like better quality?
The location that receives 19.
Sometimes the parking meters will flash or whatever.
ADHAC. That's not how you spell ADHD.
Or if it's like a different
$million.
Like if it's a weekend or whatever. But
Dude, there's no cars. It's the weekend. Dude, yeah, no, that's a good point. There's a good point. There's no cars.
I don't think you can see in enough detail any of this shit. Fuck.
over the past few years, yet the building looks completely almost dismantled out here. And look, all they have to say that they are adult day healthcare is that
What's that no parking sign say? We can eliminate a day and time? I don't know.
It says 80 HC, and there was some people working inside of it. We have the phone number right here. Darren's gonna go ahead and give a phone call and see if somebody from inside answers. There are people inside right now. The phone's just ringing.
You can leave a message after the tone. This mailbox is full.
There you have it. They don't even have an inbox available to take in a voicemail. And another thing to take note of is Gavin Newsom right now on Poly Market. He's the leading nominee for the.
Wait, 3049. Is the quality any better on this? Oh shit, it might be.
Back tomorrow.
And can we get like a brochure to enroll our grandma into this location?
I feel like he's got. Is there a digital blur on this? I feel like he has a digital blur on some of these things.
I don't have anything.
Do you think, or am I crazy?
Can anyone give us a brochure?
I wouldn't say you're crazy.
Angela.
Or maybe not. It could just be encoding artifacts. He's blurring every paper on the wall. Yeah, but it could also be like because it's trying to. These would be the hardest spots of the image probably to encode, right? A small text.
Somebody has information about here?
I don't think it's enough to say it's fraudulent because you do see that it is operating. There were people working inside there. But the fact that there's just businesses like these popping around everywhere, and this is what they look like outside of a location that receives yet a bill $15 million.
Bro, the worst part about this is that you know these fucking magatars are gonna be going around and harassing these like daycare places after this video drops. You know that like the fucking California magatars are gonna go on like a fucking day trip and go and harass these people. That's like probably the worst part is that they don't deserve any of that.
Just so.
A Redoomer, thank you so much for $10. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, like that would be the worst part. Like even if he says that that particular place does not have fraud or it doesn't seem like it has fraud, you know that the magatards are going to be like hunting down that place IRL anyway. Okay, that's the worst part.
Over the past few years, yet the building looks completely almost dismantled out here. And look. All they have to say that they are.
Does he have black pants on?
Adult day healthcare is that sign that says 80 HC. And there was some people working inside of it. We have the phone number right here. Darren's gonna go ahead and give a phone call and see if somebody from inside answers.
You know, it's a very cloudy day, okay, which is typical of California, all right? Do you know how to eliminate that? So we know where they're at. We know the address of where they're at, right? I wonder if you can narrow it down to the weather. Which places have cloudy weather on that specific day? Eliminate the possibilities on which day it is. Yes. Only the days with cloudy weather, not the days with any other,
Are people inside right now? The phone's just ringing.
You can leave.
Because you know around the time of which they were looking at or whatever. So you can check, okay, that time on that day, what is the weather like? Listen for planes too. Good idea. Wait, are we becoming doxers? I feel like we're like schizo doxing.
This mailbox is full.
He's comfortable in his sweatshirt, so it was probably colder than usual. Good point.
There you have it. They don't even have an inbox available to take in a voicemail. And another thing to take note of is Gavin Newsom right now on Poly Market. He is the leading nominee.
Wait, he does have black pants on. We're on YouTube. Hello?
Chair right there. And if you're looking for a massage to take a break from the hospice and everything, you can come right up here and get some sort of massage.
And this building right here is a perfect example of a dilapidated building that is now being used for a hospice, home health care.
That was a 14 kid? Okay, good. Time to employ your skills.
He posted this picture, "Hello, California, I've arrived," on January 31st. Do you think they took this after they did all the filming, maybe?
Dude, this is the most this is like the most soy jack, like Elon Musk simps would look at this and they would come in their pants. They're like, oh, yes, Nick Shirley, my king.
What day was January 31st, 2026? How do we find the date? Well, he said here he arrived on January 31st.
Good question.
This is a Saturday. He's wearing the same uniform outfit, but he could just have limited outfits. Hold on. YouTuber Nick Shirley spotted in San Diego asking a smaller one about her daycare.
Look! 14 children.
What is the day? 6 weeks. January 30th, 2026. Okay, so this would
just check his Twitter.
Have been on a Friday?
Then February.
So if he did the investigation on Friday, then it would fall within the
I think I can literally convince Elon to give me 1 million if I tried hard enough. Do it. And then donate like a significant portion of it to me, okay? It'll be funny. It says January 30th in the footer. Stephen is blind as fuck. What?
Within the weekday thing, obviously.
Huh?
Holy fuck, YouTube. Why
Also, what's with the person like fucking cheering on Nick Shirley in the fucking DG chat?
is this shit so slow?
Place that looks like
Instagram
a place where
post?
daycare would be. In fact, it's actually
I'll give you a ton. Hell yeah.
in one of these apartments right here. So they're
Fuck you. I wonder if they drove right from doing the independent houses to going to the plazas. You would have to do like a time analysis on all of them.
Fraud lost each and every single year. And
thank you, YouTube. Thank you.
Per state, and here in LA, 1 out of every $10 that goes towards home health care in the United States.
The daycares were in San Diego, but now he's in Van Nuys. Oh, is that like a neighborhood up in LA, which is about a 2-hour drive? Somebody should do the time analysis on all of these and find out. Van Nuys? Van Nuys?
Come 2028. All this fraud's taking place, all this waste is taking place. Nobody
Yeah, like it's raining here. You could look up the weather reports, I guess, for the days as well.
really knows what's going on. I mean, look at this
Oh, Van Nuys? Oh, the fuck this is.
place.
I can't leave my apartment ever. Stay mad.
This adult daycare received $19 million, has billed the state of California over $19 million over the past few years. This is all taking place here. So that is something to think about come 2028 with Gavin Newsom leading the Democrats right now.
He heard me? No, he heard me. Okay.
the way these hospices are able to
Foodshops charity to educate the Nick Shirleys who need special care. Yeah, he's a little bit developmentally disabled. Okay.
enroll these people and collect money from Medicare and Medi-Cal here inside of California is they collect the Medicare numbers from individuals and then sign them up for hospice without them even knowing. I actually went and spoke with a professional inside of the medical industry to get her opinion on how this all works.
We're seeing all of these hospices pop up here.
Medical Insider.
Why is hospice and home health care such a booming business right now?
I think it's become a trend of fraud. Honestly, has like I heard about this about 5 years ago during COVID that people were building hospices and selling them. It was like a business. These people became.
I heard about this during COVID 5 years ago. I heard about this.
Made. So it's an easy way to build Medicare with their people's beneficiary numbers that people can easily steal and even purchase and buy. They buy numbers from people and tell them, give me your Medicare beneficiary number and I will give you something in return.
What does that mean, give you a beneficiary
So there's an ID that you have. Medicare gives you. Medicare is for anybody 65 and over. So they'll give you a.
Bro, is this literally that same lady but in a nurse costume? Are you actually fucking kidding me? I feel like this is like literally that. Not saying that it is, okay? Not saying that it is, but this literally looks like, okay, we're gonna get one of our crew to dress in this outfit and you're gonna pretend that you are a nurse or whatever. Like, where's your badge? Where's your badge? Where's your identification? Where's your where's your lanyard? Exactly. Like, also, I don't think I've ever seen this shade of blue on a nurse before, okay? But that's just me. But it could be that case. But yeah, this is retarded.
A Medicare ID number, and that number is what's used to bill Medicare.
So essentially, if they can get a number from somebody, it's almost like getting a credit card number, and then they can continue to bill and get that Medicare money.
Exactly. It's actually more beneficial than finding a credit card these days. Anybody can get a hospice license, actually. You don't need to be a physician. You don't need to be a doctor. You can apply and get a hospice license in the state of California. They take the Medicare numbers, they bill Medicare, the Medicare sends them a check right away. It's an easy process.
So an old person might be a bit naive to giving somebody a Medicare number, and without them even knowing, that's more valuable than giving them their credit card number.
Correct.
In fact, in LA, there's locations that will teach you how to open up your own hospice center. So I went there with a potential business partner to try and become a multi-millionaire in hospice.
We know that hospice is a very lucrative business, so I joined a business partner right here. His name's Darren, and we're here outside the Hospice Consultants. We would like to start our own hospice today. We're just two young men who want to become millionaires here in the United States. It seems like the only way to do it nowadays is by committing fraud, so we're gonna go in and see if we can start our own hospice. Are you guys the hospice consultants?
It's raining.
Yes.
Oh, can we talk to you guys?
About?
I want to open my hospice.
You want to open a hospice?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your name?
My name's Nick, so I want to open up a hospice.
I understand, but we won't take care of that.
Can I get some information?
Do you want a number?
Yeah, or give me a flyer or something. And this is a hospice consultant. All right, so they say they're open right now. They won't let us into the lobby. This is no way to conduct business. We are two entrepreneurs trying to open our own hospice. So to the bone right now. We were denied service by the potential fraudsters, and as we were leaving, one of the fraudsters started to leave from the back in a $200,000 Maybach. We have a Mercedes-Benz right now. Where can we open a hospice at? We'd like to open a hospice. Get a Maybach just like you. So this time I can get a Maybach by opening my own hospice? Now, after seeing all the wealth that is being created from these hospice centers, I headed back to the original location where we found over 15 hospices in one plaza. I wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke that Armenian mafia members were running the show and that there weren't just randomly $100,000 cars the day I went by. And this time it was even worse. Sir, how are you? Good. So what do you think about all this hospice fraud? Sir, you're in the Cybertruck, driving away, taking money from old people. Yes, he's just driving away in a Cybertruck. Won't even answer any questions. Let's see, we have another rich person as well. Let's get rich off this hospice. This guy's leaving as well. So the two people that walked out of Holy Angels, they're in a brand new Cybertruck and a new BMW. How lucrative a business is hospice? I'm seeing a Cybertruck, you're in a nice BMW. It's good. Yeah, because it looks like, for instance, Guardian of Angels, that used to be here, $4.8 million they built the state of California. And how many clients do you guys have?
Is this how black people feel whenever they're stopped by police back in the day?
I'm just curious. Yeah. You must be getting paid pretty well, right? Did your parents run the hospice? No. Who's that guy in the Cybertruck? He's your uncle. So it's like a family business to own the hospices.
Now I
But why does he walk around the
understand.
hospices too? Like these hospices, there's nothing inside of them.
If it's not you guys, how can there?
I'm practically black now.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what the guy is.
Just all the other hospices? Do you like taking care of old people? Like, are you the one going out visiting the hospice station, sir?
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna have to do another point turn. You can just go that way. What's the key to opening a hospice if I want to open up one? Because you're in the family business of hospices. If I want to open my own. What do you do for work here? What do you do for work here? Why? Oh, we're just looking around. We're seeing all these hospices. So we're just curious. Well, I don't know. Word got out that I was inside the plaza, and all the fraudsters started hopping in their cars and leaving the scene. Excuse me. Let's see if they can just answer our questions really
Because
quick.
3 people drove, all of them.
Driving out in a brand new M8. They can't get out that easy. How can I get an M8 as well? Should I open up a hospice?
Based.
Driving out in a brand new
All
M8
the fraudsters.
BMW M8 competition. Listen to this thing. This is the sound of hospice money.
Oh my God, there they go.
You're You're such a douchebag. You're such a douchebag. You know that? Like, this is just a dick move, man. I don't know what to tell. Like, if I was in that car, and you were like, and I found some motherfucker like checking out the fucking nameplate of my car like this and having like a camera crew behind to like, and I wanted to get away from him, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll be livid. Could literally be paid actors, by the way. Yeah, as well. Yes.
Oh.
This is the guy who said he's fat because of Dr. Oz.
Uh-oh.
His business is not open today. Seems like this mafia right here is naming all of their companies after the word angel. We have Angels of Valley Hospice. We have Angels of Haven, Angels of Peace, Light of Angels. Yet BMWs, one right here, one right there, 2 brand new Mercedes over there. It just is unbelievable the amount of money that these people are making, and they're not even trying to hide it. Buying these luxury cars, each and every single person's wearing some sort.
They have it outside. They have the cars outside. Love to request a Compton episode? Me too. Pull up. But also, brother, how are they hiding it? Like, can you tell me how they're hiding it? Also, not only that, if this is hospice care, you realize that a lot of old people and the people taking care of them, right? Like, it could entirely be possible that old people, because of their retirement savings, they're gonna buy a nice-ass car, right? How do you know these cars don't belong to the old people, right? How do you know these cars don't belong to the elderly that cashed out their retirement money? It's like...
designer clothing as well. And this building looks like it used to be some sort of old motel that's turned into some cash grab, money grab for hospices here. Would you like to give any last statement about what's going on here? Nothing? Because it seems like it's pretty good family business. Another guy just pulled out in the MMA competition. Good for them, bro. Why you guys pocket watching? This is taxpayers' dollars they're paying for all this stuff. With taxpayers' dollars, receiving money from Medicare, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, you name it. And it just seems like a lot of you are getting rich off of the death of old people. What do you do for work here?
What is it?
And it just seems like a lot of you are getting rich off of the death of old people. What do you do for work here? It's sad to think about it. Here in the United States, we're literally being defrauded by people who are taking advantage of old people, young people in daycares, disabled people with autism clinics, and no one's doing anything to stop it. So I think it's time we stand up to these fraudsters and tell them, let them know, you are stealing from everyday American citizens. People can't afford homes, rents are expensive, their insurance is expensive, everything's getting more and more expensive
because of these fraudsters.
National debt's going to continue going up. It's just one of the factors that affects national debt, and we're going to lose the value of our own dollar. So people, if they want to really fight to keep America great, a great way to do it is by fighting fraud. It's just unbelievable. You have people driving around BMWs and make competitions for
I love the smell of Shirley.
Meanwhile, everyday American citizens are struggling to be able to afford their own bills.
In this video alone, we exposed over $172 in fraud. $172? Oh no! What, in parking tickets? What? This guy has almost 2 million subs on YouTube.
Wait, did they actually, like, $172 in fraud? Is this intended, or, like, did you miss over 172? You know what? That probably is way more accurate, actually. Must have meant millions. No. He must have meant just this amount.
What? This guy has almost 2 million subs on YouTube because of his great investigative...
I can't believe it.
...journalistic work.
It's embarrassing. No kidding.